guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Poliwrath, who is one of Poliwag's final forms. So Poliwag is one of the ones that actually has more than one final form, and Poliwrath is one of them. Poliwrath kind of looks like a very angry looking frog looking tadpole looking thing, and it is a water fighting type. And I don't know, I feel like this little guy goes diving a lot, you know, like professional diving. If you're an owner of one of these Pokemon, you probably dive. I don't know, professional diving, that's just the vibes it gave me apparently. Again, some of these Pokemon, I swear, like, I've come up with these ideas months and months and months ago, and then I come back and I'm like, why did you pick that? Like, you could have picked anything and you picked, okay, sure. So yeah, I'm not really entirely sure if that's 100% accurate to the Pokemon, but it feels accurate to me. So that's what we end up doing here is, yeah, little diving board area. I did struggle with a little bit of like, oh, how am I going to do it? What am I going to do? And I had a few different ideas, and it really just depended on the lot type that I picked. Oh, sorry, the lot size that I picked. And because I picked a smaller one, I obviously went with a smaller type of build, just because I didn't want to overwhelm myself and get into a really big build and feel overwhelmed and hate it the whole way through. This I don't. There are bits and pieces of it that I hate, but I feel like that's something you always have. Like, there's always going to be something in a build where you could go, I could improve in that area. And yeah, this is definitely one of those builds that I could 100% improve on. But not too mad that it ended up the way it did. So yeah, I don't know. It was one I did kind of late last night. It's not the latest one I did last night. I did 2 last night, but I managed to finish all my building last night before midnight, which I feel pretty happy about. It was actually 10:30 when I wrapped up and went to bed, which I think is absolutely fantastic. That, yeah, I'm not staying up super late to build anymore, and I'm getting ahead here and there. We've still got no feedback on whether or not I'm doing jury duty or not. I did apply, but they have not responded. If they don't respond by tomorrow, I kind of have to show up. But I will be advocating for, I have a very important event to go to. I'm not available for this full time. Please put me on a shorter trial. Because, yeah, the wedding I'm attending is very important, and I'm not missing it. I simply am not missing it. So yeah, I did try and make it clear in my application, like, I don't care if I get a shorter trial. I don't care if you call me up again in 3 months, because you guys call me up every 3 to 6 months. But please don't make me miss out on this wedding. It's very important I go to it. So yeah, look, I it's not that I'm trying to get out of jury duty. Like, I mean, I don't think anyone wants to do it, but I do understand the importance of it. I do understand that I need to do it, and I'm not against doing it. It's just that, yeah, I'm not missing out on this wedding. It is very important to me, very important to the people who are getting married. I'm not getting married, just to make that clear. I'm just one of the wedding party, I guess. I think, yeah, I'm absolutely necessarily needed there for this wedding, so yeah, I'm definitely not going to be missing out on it, and I will definitely be advocating for my jury to notice to either be not waived, but like I want them to recognize that, yeah, like I this was pre-booked, this was booked last year. I sent them the paperwork and everything, and I'm just waiting, because one of the reasons why you can get exemption from jury duty is a pre-organized holiday, and yeah, like I said, this was organized last year. In fact, I think it was like 10 months ago it was booked. So yeah, look, it's pretty pre-planned, pretty pre-organized. So I'm just basically waiting for a response, but we're 2 days away, two days away from the start, and I'm not very keen on that. I have been looking up stuff like, you know, if they don't approve me, how do I, you know, like, this is all, like, basically I've got this I guess you could say holiday, this holiday plan, because I am technically going away. It's pre-booked and whatever, and like, how do I let them know that I'm not going to be here for the whole time? Like, I don't want to get in trouble, but I don't want to miss out on, like, how do I do this? So yeah, I've been panicking about it just a tiny bit. But yeah, I'm fingers crossed on the good news. It's, yeah, just I don't need the stress of, like, you know, I've been looking up what happens if I just don't show up for, like, halfway through the trial. Like, if I have something pre-planned and they just don't approve of it, like, what happens if I just don't show up? And yeah, the answer's not very good from what I see. It is, for some reason, I say for some reason, it is all American based, of, like, this will happen to you in this state and whatever. But I can imagine similar things happening here of, like, you know, being held in contempt of court. I don't know if that's actually a thing here, but I imagine we have something very similar here in Australia. Of being like, yeah, you were supposed to be here and you caused a big delay, big issue, big whatever. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying to advocate for myself a little bit better. Well, I say better, like, I was very clear in my application of, like, I cannot attend. I'll do a shorter trial, I don't care, but I can't attend a longer one. But yeah, if they still say no, I'm going to go in and be like, you don't understand. I'm going to this wedding, and it's very important to me, and like, send me a notice in tomorrow. I don't care, like, for next month. I don't care doing it next month. I don't care doing it the month after that. Like, I've got almost the rest of the year. There are a few select dates that I can't. But it's very unlikely that, like, the way that they've been sending it, the way that it should line up, the next time they send it, I'll be able to do it. So, you know, I'll be able to sit down and be on a trial, and oh, that's going to be so much fun. The one I got currently called up for was for 4 weeks. If it was for 2 or for 1, I'd be fine. I'd show up. I'd do the work. I'd do the thing. It's just that, yeah, the trial halfway, like, towards the end, halfway through, is a wedding, and I don't want that. I don't want to miss out on it. And as you can tell by me blabbering on about it for quite a bit, yeah, I am more than a little panicked about it. But you'll probably find out in the next couple of videos. Probably not tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully you find out in tomorrow's video. Hopefully today or tomorrow I get a notification saying you've been exempt, or whether or not I have. I'm still hoping for exempt. And then hopefully, if I don't find out by then, on the video after that, I'll be telling you guys what the dealio is, because I do have to show up to court, and hopefully, if I show up, I'll explain to them, like, it's okay, I'm happy to do the thing. Just, yeah, look, I'm not going to blabber on about it much anymore, because I've already spent like 5-10 minutes talking about it. So the long and the short of it is, you'll find out in the next couple of videos whether or not I had to show up. Which is kind of annoying, because I've just gotten my sleep back on schedule. Like, for the last week, it's been out of whack. It's been really hard to get to sleep. It's been really hard to, just stay asleep and things like that. And I don't know if it's correlated or not, but I have a couple of roommates who, basically they do 1 week here, 1 week away. And they were here up until yesterday, so last night I got some really good sleep, and I don't know if that's correlated. I'm not going to say whether or not it's correlated, but I did get better sleep last night. I do wanna make that observation. So yeah, look, it's gonna annoy me that if I get really good sleep for 2 nights and then I have to get up really early and come home late and work on these builds and all this stuff, it's gonna really put my sleep out of whack again, and I'm not a fan of that. I really do appreciate good sleep, and I know that it's going to be something that is, I don't know, just super frustrating, super annoying, to not have good sleep, because I'm gonna be at court all day for 4 weeks straight, and then building late into the night, and editing and voicing late into the night, and then going to bed and waking up early, and just crashing on the weekends. I guess the weekends are probably when I would be doing most of the work. But, you know, that's not the point. The point is this build, which I should be talking about. Sorry, I get very distracted very easy. So yeah, this build, diving diving pool. Yeah, originally when I made it, I didn't have this this office area up here. Originally, it was just I don't know, I was gonna just have it empty and blank, but then I was like, you know what, no, they would probably have some offices up here, and I really love how the offices turned out. I think they're absolutely beautiful, absolutely fantastic, and my favourite part of this whole build. I think the rest of the build is, whatever. I don't know, like, there's good parts of it, but there's definitely parts where I could improve, but let me tell you, this upstairs office space, I love. Like, that first office space, I, like, with the art on the wall, I was like, there's something missing, like, it's a bit blank. And just putting that coat hanger in, like that coat stand, that coat rack, that's the word I was looking for, coat rack. Putting that coat rack in, just, it filled in that space just enough that, like, it didn't feel blank and bland to me, but I feel like if I put anything else in, it would have felt a bit overwhelming. It just worked so beautifully. I don't know, it made me feel very, very happy. And then, yeah, in the middle we've kind of got like a board meeting space, so maybe they're doing like, you know, acceptance, you know, they've got everyone's, what are they, entry letters, I guess, I don't know, applications, that's the word, applications to enter this diving school, I guess, and then, you know, going through them in the board meeting room, or maybe having interviews with divers and whatnot. I know the dive boards here aren't very tall, it's just like the next level up, but it's not entirely that easy to do this huge diving platform area. So I decided, yeah, just to do like a basic simple one, and this is kind of like an entry-level school where you learn like basic stuff, basic confidence, basic safety, you know, like you'll learn how to find the edge of the pool quicker, or find, I don't know, just I'm not a diver, I can barely swim, so I don't know the rules and stuff about diving and what you need to know, but I imagine, you know, learning what to do in an emergency and learning all that sort of stuff like that, that's probably super important. So yeah, I think perhaps that is what they teach you here is, yeah, like just how to dive safely and not be a silly goose when it comes to diving safety, but they'll teach you like the basics, basic form, yeah, like I said, safety tips, teach you how to be confident, you know, if you want to dive in this style or that style, or if you want to, you're nervous or scared of heights or whatever, like this is a good place to start and build all of that skill. Now, I don't think I would ever become a diver. Fun fact about me is that I have OCD, and a part of that is that I have an anger-based phobia relating to water. So I don't like jumping in water, I don't like, you know, if someone pushes me in the pool, I react very angrily, like it's an anger-based reaction, and I kind of hate that, because I would love to be able to jump in the pool and have fun with people, especially on hot summer days. I'd love to be able to go stand in the rain and just dance and be stupid in it. But yeah, I get angry when water touches me when I don't want it to. Like, and then some people have asked me, like, okay, but then how do you shower? How do you, like, wash your hands and stuff like that? I am choosing to shower, so I'm choosing to put the water on me, so that's fine. And also, yeah, part of OCD sometimes does manifest in germophobia, which I do have to a certain degree with, specifically toilets and bins. They're my two biggest issues. I used to be public transport, but now not so much. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, long story short, that's why I can't swim, because I don't like being in the water. Like I've said this before, being in a pool by myself, I'll be safe. I'm not going to drown. Being in the ocean by myself, 50-50. Depends on the waves. If it's a calm ocean, I should be good. If it is a rough and choppy ocean, yeah, good luck. I'm going to need lifeguards. And I'm going to panic too, because I also have a fear of deep ocean and creatures within the ocean and being dragged down and drowning. So, yeah, long story short, I don't think I'd ever become a professional diver, even an amateur diver. And, you know, either type of diver, you know, a scuba diver type diver, free diver, a jump off this big ledge into the water type diver. None of that. It just doesn't tickle my fancy, you know? I think I'll leave that to the people who do enjoy being in the water. Yeah, which is definitely not me. Like, don't get me wrong, I will go to the beach, I will swim, I'll do stuff like that, but I don't usually like doing it. It's just really something that I feel a little bit bothered by, I guess. So, yeah. But that doesn't mean I won't build these types of builds. I still think it's really fun. It does mean I'm a little... I don't know what the right word is. Unknowledgeable, I guess. I lack knowledge within this area. Yeah, it's definitely not something I'm very confident in. So, yeah, to all you people out there who love swimming and diving and whatnot, I'm a little bit jealous, but also absolutely not jealous. It's like, the part of me that hates water is like, nah, I don't care. I hate that. I can't believe people like that. But there's a part of me that's like, but you can have so much fun doing it, you know? Like, how many people have pool parties and go swimming? And I remember one year, I actually really thoroughly enjoyed this. When I was a kid, my mum had a birthday party where it basically was a pool party for adults. Like, you know, like the people were having pizza and going swimming, and I think there was a pool table. You know, it was just heaps of fun, and there was a big storm and nobody cared, and we all went swimming, and it was just like, I don't know, it was an intense amount of fun. And even though I hate swimming, I still found that really fun. Although we did get out the first sign of thunder because, you know, we didn't see any lightning, but we didn't want to risk it. So as soon as we had the thunder, we went inside, and it was good. It was really fun. But yeah, definitely don't recommend swimming in thunderstorms. This was initially a rainstorm, and then it became a thunderstorm. And so yeah, that's when we got out, was when it became a thunderstorm. But anyway, we are getting pretty close to the end of the video here. If this is your first video and you've never seen me before, I want to say thank you for getting all the way through this. I do post a video almost every single day. It's just the last couple of days of February that I don't. So if you want to see more stuff like this, more Pokemon builds, I also do CC builds in February. But yeah, if you want to see more stuff like this, make sure to subscribe so that you can see it. Or if you want to hear, you know, more of my ramblings and talking about general nonsense, which I do quite a lot. But until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.